Hello everybody. Alright, this is Matty Ice 13 bringing you Pub Player Casts the Pub. We're going to be looking at some of the top rated pub games on the live games page of Dota 2. We're going to try to find a Captain's Mode game. This one has just gotten underway, so we're going to get into this as soon as possible. I'll try to break things down as we go. For those of you who haven't watched a stream before, I'm Matty Ice 13. I'm a college student living in the Midwest United States, and I like to cast for fun Dota 2 pub games. I don't have a co-caster, obviously, so it's just me. I'm going to be doing the play-by-play, a little analysis, that sort of thing. Do apologize for any audio issues you may be experiencing. I am working on fixing my microphone situation. Alright, so what do we got here? We have Elton versus MP. Okay, so looks like for MP, we've got a Clockwork offlane, Viper solo mid, and top we've got a Visage, Spectre, and okay, Shadow Demon support. He's roaming, looking for a gank on mid. So I think this probably was initially a tri lane up here, unless Shadow Demon is, yeah, Shadow Demon was in the tri lane. Mid for the Radiant, Elton. We've got a Lone Druid mid against the Viper. We've got an offlane Mirana top. We've got bottom lane Kunkka and Bane. And then we've got a Chen jungling / providing support. So I look forward to figuring out what's going on in this game. Looks like the score is 0-0, so no one's in here so far, which is nice. Don't want to miss any kills, so take a look around. Let's pop up last hits. Spectre is currently in the lead, along with Viper, and then Kunkka, Lone Druid, Chen behind them. No real difference in gold earned, and if we look at the experience, negligible experience difference. Bottom lane, looks like we're going to have an engagement. Shadow Demon on the run from Bane, going to go down to Bane. First blood there. Clockwork, trapped by the Troll Summoner, going to get nuked by Chen. Couple more auto attacks from Bane should bring him down, but I think he's gonna. Oh, Torrent's gonna miss. Shadow Demon's gonna come back. He's gonna be okay. Kunkka's gonna salve, and that's her first blood. So nice engage there. Looks like Shadow Demon might have tried to jump in, but then Bane and Chen and Kunkka said no and decided to just take him out. Lone Druid mid here, working obviously with his silly bear. Good hero. The bear is a really, really good hero. Obviously, a really good kind of buff to that hero. Just going to be doing some farming with that. I think Viper will probably win this lane, though. If we look bottom here, we've got the Spectre, just pulling back from some creeps. Mirana's got the arrow, but I don't know. Unless she gets help, she's not going to be able to go on Spectre. Visage is lurking in the trees, and I don't know if Mirana's seen him in here. So if we just look around, looks like we got a lot of farming going on. Kunkka's got a point in Tidebringer and 2 points in Torrent. Check the skill build for Bane. 1 in Nightmare, 2 in Brain Sap, all good. Looks like we might have a gank attempt coming mid here from the Shadow Demon. Oh, he's going to disrupt. Viper's going to move in, the Bear's going to run around, and Lone Druid dropping pretty quickly. Is he going to be able to get away? I don't... Ooh. Looks like he actually might be able to get away. Looks like he summoned the bear back, and Shadow Demon is going to die again. And up top, Mirana is going to get a kill on the Visage and back off. So, unfortunate there for Shadow Demon. He's still level 1, actually. He dove pretty hard on that, and ultimately it did not go well for him. So, unfortunately for Shadow Demon, that happened, and I guess he'll have to recover from that somehow. So that puts us through. Oh, I'm going to proc an Entangle here on the Viper. Lone Druid working on the Viper, and Viper's going to be fine. But yeah, those Entangles are always nasty. Alright, Mirana's picked up a Ring of Basilius. If we check the Spectre, Treads already, and Quelling Blade, along with a Stout Shield. Not much on the Shadow Demon, not much on the Visage. Bottom, Kunkka has a Wand recipe, and Bane, also not much. We look at mid, Lone Druid working on Midas, got the gloves, and Viper has a Wraith Band, and a bottle and boots, which is pretty good for Viper. To say that we check the net worth, I guess he and Spectre, yep, he and Spectre are on top of the list right now. Just by a couple hundred gold, but a couple hundred gold nonetheless. So it's good for him. Lone Druid does have a bear resummon available, so in case he wants to kill this bear and summon a new one, that is an option for him. Let's see. We're going to have a TP into mid here. It's Clockwork. Does he have 6? Clockwork does have 6, so he's going to be looking around with his hookshot, trying to find someone, maybe take him out. This is absolutely brilliant skill, and if Clockwork can use it effectively, the Initiate is second to none in the game. Absolutely phenomenal play that Clockwork can have. If he messes it up, though, then you're going to have problems. Lone Druid is going to get his Midas, so 6-minute Midas, which is actually pretty good. And Marana is going to kill Visage again. Or no, Visage is... Oh. Never mind. Sorry, I was reading the old kills. Nothing has changed. The Marana just kind of harassing the Spectre, that sort of thing. Spectre sitting on 800 gold, just farming away. Lone Druid has left the lane and has moved into the jungle, no doubt to find some safer farm. And yeah, so he's going to probably be walking around the jungle for quite a while. And we'll see how that goes for him. That Midas is going to prove effective for him. Oh, middle lane, Shadow Demon diving again. And he's going to be fine. Visage, though, is going to die top to Marana and Chen. Looks like the Chen army came in and just had their way up here. So another great kill for the Radiant. They're really picking up. They're up 1,500 experience, and if we swing over to the gold graph, 2,000 gold, which is not that much. In terms of like team fighting and pushing items, that's actually basically nothing because that Midas is 1900, and bottom lane Viper almost has a DD rune, almost kills the bear, but now Centaur is after him, and he's going to probably need to back off because the stomp from that is very nasty. Good play by Chen coming in to help out Silly Bear. Survive that. If we look back at the Shadow Demon, he's only level 2, so he's having a really bad time of it, trying to find farm, that sort of thing. Visage is level 4, that's a bit better. But yeah, Shadow Demon not doing particularly well in experience. Regen rune top. Bear is going to grab that and come back to lane. So we got more farming going on. Clockwork bottom. Just looking to soak experience from this Kunkka lane. He just wants to stay alive. That sort of thing. Yeah, so pretty standard farming game so far. 4-0. Radiant is building up a slight lead. But other than that, not a lot of action going on. If we take a look at Chen here, he's got a Ring of Protection. Give him a little bit more armor. I'd imagine he's working towards... could he be working towards Basilius? I feel like he would have had it already. Yeah, he definitely has enough for the Basilius. I'm not entirely sure what Chen is doing here. Mid, going to see a bit of a confrontation. Viper's going to go down to drop some health. Bottom lane, Kunkka. Shadow Demon's right there, though. Is he going to get the disruption? He is going to get the disruption on Kunkka. However, I don't think that there's support. Oh, Clockwork is going to hookshot in. Great hookshot by Clockwork. He's going to lock Bane in, and Bane is going to go down. Meanwhile, Boat on the way. Kunkka running from Spectre. Clockwork low health. Kunkka has been Moonlight Shadowed, but also trailing Shadow Path. So, yeah, not ideal for him. Spectre not going to be able to find that kill, but Dire does get on the board with this one. So that is good for Dire to finally get a kill. Nice hook shot by Clockwork. I did not expect the additional initiation to come from him. Like Kunkka. Oh, Marana arrow bottom. He's going to hit the Shadow Demon. She's going to go in. She's going to try to. Spectre's going to be whacking on her, but it's not going to be enough. Spectre's actually going to put a double starfall. Yeah, Marana right now, great arrow. Shadow Demon obviously was standing still, so I mean that's something you have to take into account. But good use of the arrow to score that kill. And we see an Illusion Room bottom. Spectre's going to pick up a Vanguard. Courier is going to bring Buckler recipe, so Viper is going to be building mech. Right now Marana is going to jump out. She slowed by Visage, but ultimately going to be fine. Alright, so Visage and Viper are going to migrate back. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon is farming top. I like this decision because they've decided to give Shadow Demon a little bit of free farm, which means that he's not going to wait, so that he can finally get some levels. If his teammates are okay with that and like rotating around and stuff, then that's great, because now he's going to be able to more effectively sustain through fights and not just die instantly because he's a squishy. We're going to see a mech coming out on Chen. 11 minutes on that mech, which is pretty good. And so now Chen is going to be able to push really hard because he has the Hand of God, which right now it's healing 200 plus the mech, which heals 250. So we're looking at 450 heal in a fight, which is huge considering that most heroes have right around some of the heroes have right around 1,000 HP. Or less for Radiant, so like that's more than half of Bane's total health, which is incredible. Looks like we might have a gank attempt bottom here. Clockwork is coming. Boat comes in, stun on the Bane or stun on the Spectre, and Spectre's gonna die. Good play by Kunkka and Bane to kill the Spectre like that. Definitely, again, not an ideal situation for Dire because Spectre is one of the hardest carries in the game. So if you're not, I guess if Spectre isn't farming super hard, then you're going to have problems. Top, Marana, maybe looking to go on the Shadow Demon. Going to get disrupted. And Shadow Demon's going to walk away. And now these illusions are going to... And Spectre uses Haunt. Mid lane, we're going to see a fight here. Lone Druid is going to go down. And Marana leaps into the trees. And Marana is also going to die to the Dire. So good 2 kills here with this gank attempt mid by Dire. I mean, they brought in 3 heroes plus the familiars to do it, but they do get the 2 kills, and it looks like they're going to be able to get a tower out of this one. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to trade towers, so mid tower goes down for Radiant, bottom tower goes down for Dire. And yeah, they're TPing out. Radiant moving through their jungle. Up here we see Spectre and Visage going back to the top lane, probably looking to find some more farm for that Spectre. Because obviously that is going to be critical that she comes online as soon as possible. We're at 2,000, roughly 2,000 gold lead, although that's started to decrease now that that they got those kills at mid. And experience just over 1,000, so that's not all that much. That's about a single level worth spread out. And looks like they are going to be pushing this top tower here. Arrow's going to fly. It's going to hit Shadow Demon. It's going to be a long stun. Marana's going to jump in though. She's going to Starfall, but she's going to get absolutely messed up. Kunkka, Torrent, Chen, TP's in. Boat is going to hit Visage. Visage is going to die. Shadow Demon also died. So good 2 kills for the Radiant, and very, very nicely done. If you're just joining me, this is MattyIce13, and I'm playing. And this is Pub Player Casts a Pub. Basically, I'm casting one of the highly rated games on the Dota 2 front page. And so yeah, we've got Radiant versus Dire, and Radiant currently is establishing a bit of lead. Clockwork, hookshot's gonna miss. Bane, Nightmare, but looks like they're gonna get driven off by Viper, protecting Clockwork, who is still under the influence of the spell. Top. We are going to have some TPs in from Shadow Demon, just to push the Chen army back a little bit, along with Marana. Okay, so we look at Viper. Viper has the mech recipe, so that should be coming up any second for them. Clockwork looks like he's building towards Blade Mail here, unless there's another item with Chainmail that he wants to build first. And top lane, are we going to see something? Clockwork. Rocket is scouting. Marana has been scouted by the familiars, but Clockwork does not have a clear shot at her. Maybe looking to take this top tower. Mid, Lone Druid farming some more. Boat from Kunkka is going to miss. And is Dire going to back off, or do they want to fight this? I don't know if they want to fight this right now. There's quite a few heroes here. I think the familiar just got resummoned by Visage, yeah. So Good resummon on those prevents them from feeding kills to the arrow. Vipers got hit. Here comes Kunkka with the torrent, and Viper gets disrupted defensively. Rocket shot in. This is very, very tense. Yeah, they're going back and forth. This tower is almost in deny range. Oh, it's so close right now. Okay, now we're going to have an engagement. Soul Assumption from Visage. Starfall from Mirana. Mech, though, is going to get popped. And Bane, going to go down. Viper's also dead. Chen is on the run. Clockwork. Cog is going to catch in Chen. The familiars are going to go to work on him. Soul Assumption again from Visage does a ton of damage. Now Mirana is going on the Clockwork. She's going to get disrupted by Shadow Demon, and she's going to have to leap away. And arrow to fly. It's going to hit a creep. So really, really nice job from the Dire in that team fight. Losing 1 in exchange for 2. Although they do lose Viper. They're one of their cores in exchange for Chen and Bane. So that, not the best trade, but they did get 2 for 1, which is pretty good. Yeah, so Dire pulling themselves back into this game a little bit, and we're seeing that there's an illusion rune down here. I think people will probably return to farming at least a little bit after that engagement. They do get the top tower, so another tower push down for them, which means that the only T1 left standing is down here at the bottom, where it's about 3/4 health, so not really in danger of falling anytime soon. So Viper moves to the bottom lane, try to find some farm there. Chen still jungling. Lone Druid has been using his Midas this whole time. I don't even think he was there at the team fight, so that is Lone Druid. I expect is going to be pretty solidly farmed in just a little while. If we look, Bear's in the fountain. The Bear has the Midas on it, so, and Druid appears to be building a Radiance for the Bear. He's at 17 minutes right now. Typically in pro games, that Radiance will come out a bit faster, but in this situation, I mean, obviously it's not a pro game, but that's still pretty good timing for the Radiance. And we'll see how long it takes him to get the rest of that put together. But yeah, now the Bear has the Relic, so lots of increased damage there. Top, we might see an engagement. We got the Familiar scouting. They see the Bear, but they don't see Lone Druid, but obviously if one's there, the other one's probably there. Top, we got Clockwork hiding off in the trees. He's waiting for this push. He knows what's coming. The Familiars see the Chen army, so does Clockwork. He's going to rocket. The Centaurs are going to come in and start beating the crap out of this tower. Clockwork, is he going to go hookshot on the Chen? Creeps are in his way. He's got this shot. He's lining it up, and he's going to do it. And he's going to Cogs, and Familiars are there. Chen's going to pop a mech, and Chen is going to die to Visage with that huge burst damage from the Soul Assumption. Nice pick off there. Shadow Demon, meanwhile, fighting Mirana. Mirana's going to leave. Wow, Shadow Demon doing a lot of damage with those stacks. Clockwork, Rocket. Clockwork has another Rocket. This could be it for Mirana. Oh, she's down to 43 health. She's going to try to turn the fight. Yeah, it's not going to work. Another good pick off there. Shadow Demon doing a lot of damage. He's level 8, just less than 1,000 health. But yeah, really, really nice job for him. Let's see. Spectre pursuing Kunkka. Bottom lane. Going to haunt. Boat is going to come in defensively almost from Kunkka. It's going to miss. He's going to try to TP out, and it looks like he's going to do it because there's no stun. Spectre's going to pick up her Diffusal Blade, and Kunkka buys a Shadow Blade. And Clockwork has finished his Blade Mill. Top, again, the Bear pushing in on this top tower. Rocket from Clockwork to fly. Centaur Stomp catches 2, but no engage. And they're probably going to back off. Although there's a fairly substantial Radiant creep wave up here, so we'll see how low they can knock this tower once they kill that last range creep. Bottom, Chen, and the tower down here is going to get destroyed by Viper and Spectre. So, big play there, taking down that tower again. Top, we're going to see another engagement here, I think. Little pushing. Mirana's here. Lone Druid's here with the Bear. They're going to be pushing this creep wave, and I expect trying to go for this top tower. They really want it. This will limit the access that Dire has to their jungle once it goes down, and that tower is... Oh, good play by Visage there. Very nice deny with the Familiars. So, even though Radiant does get the tower, it gets denied, so that's going to give them a bit less gold, and good awareness from Visage to do that. Like, not really a hard play to make, but one that you don't see as often as you necessarily like in pubs. Alright, so if you're just joining me, this is MattyIce13 in Pub Player Casts a Pub. Basically, I'm casting pubs, and we are just going to... and so we've got a game between Team Elton and MP. Currently, it's pretty even. If we take a look at the XP, Radiant is up just a little bit, and if we take at the gold, Radiant is also up about 1,500, but that's barely anything. So this has been a pretty good game so far. Fair amount of kills from either side, just under a kill a minute. And as we get further towards the late game, we will see teams are around the Roche pit right now, and just kind of hanging out. Roan Druid's going to pick up his Radiance, 21-minute Radiance. That is pretty respectable, and it looks like Dire has committed to the Roche. Clockwork maybe tanking it a little bit. So Familiar's helping there. Arrow's going to fly into the pit, so I believe they have been scouted. Spectre should probably get up here, but Radiant is looking to go on the pit right now. Kunkka, oh, he can be so deadly AoE. Clockwork, rocket out of the pit. Here they come. Mecha's going to get popped almost immediately. The bear is running around. The bear has Radiance. Bane has a Blink Dagger. He's going to Fiend's Grip. He's going to get the Viper in it. Viper's going to get entangled and Fiend's Grip. Mirana is going to die, however. And if we look, Mech popped by Chen. Visage on the run. Visage is going to die. Double kill there. And Spectre is also going to go down. Oh, what just happened there? Spectre somehow got out of that. Nope, Spectre's going to die. So 4 heroes dead for Dire, and now it looks like the Roche is going to be going to... the Roche is going to go to the Radiant, and Kunkka is going to pick it up. So the Familiars will probably have seen that, so they know that they're coming, and yep, they're going to look for an immediate push on this bottom tower here. And if we look top, Mirana is going to be, I guess, split pushing / farming a little bit. This tower is going down no problem. Yep, another mech pop from Chen, just to get everyone a little bit fuller on health, and the Familiars, not going to die. Clockwork rocket in, but it's too late. Radiant has already disappeared. That was a big team fight. Very, very, like, Bane with a Blink Dagger. I've never seen Bane with a Blink before, but excellent plays from Bane, and really nice job. And then Spectre tried to turn and fight, and that did not work out well. Kunkka has bought a Chrysalis, which is pretty good, so he'll probably be working up to a full Daedalus eventually, which is absolutely terrifying. Clockwork is going to get X'd and Torrented and Boated, and he's going to die. So, and the cogs are going to go down. Mech is going to get popped again by Chen. Nice play by Kunkka there, initiating onto the Clockwork. That really takes out a lot of the initiation that Dire can do in return. Arrow's going to fly and miss. Visage is just going to get obliterated by a combination of Bane and Kunkka, and now, again, the tower is just being absolutely wrecked. Kunkka's single cleave kills, like, all those illusions as Shadow Demon procced from his disruption, and it looks like they're going to try to march on the base. They're trying to break the base here. Yep, they are going to go. 5-man death ball down mid, pushing that tower. Yeah, there's nothing that Dire can do to stop them there. Now they're going to go in the middle racks. Here comes Spectre, Shadow Poison, Clockwork Rocket. Mech is going to get popped by Chen. So much sustained pushing power on this Radiant team, though. It's absolutely unreal. So yeah, the GG is going to get called by Viper, although that doesn't really mean anything. We're just going to see now Mega Creep's coming down the mid. Arrow's going to miss. And yeah, so if we take a look at the experience gold, experience sharp spike up to a 10k lead, and gold also sharp spike up to a 12k lead. Wow, that is quite a bit of gold. That there's quite a bit of a lead that Radiant has right now. So Radiant's going to go back to farming the jungle. I'd imagine that they'll try to push this last, tier 2 tower here. So Kunkka hasn't put his Crystallis in his inventory yet, but I imagine he will be doing that soon. Visage, scouted by Marana. Marana's going to arrow. Marana is going to maybe go for the Starfall. Yep, Starfall. Another one, maybe onto the Familiars. Visage looks like, though, he's going to be just fine, assuming, yeah, Marana decides not to leap. So, heroes congregating, though. Kunkka picks up the full Daedalus. So, there we go. Those crits with Tidebringer proc can absolutely wreck you. Literally kill entire waves of creeps at the time, or if enough of your team is standing behind it, all of your team. So, Dire's going to have to watch very closely to make sure that they don't get mispositioned, and then Kunkka just kills their whole team with a single crit. Alright, we've got Viper trying to push that top lane back out, but there are 5 Radiant heroes in the jungle. He realizes this. Arrow's going to fly. Good dodge. Bane, though, Blink Dagger. Viper's going to get gripped. This is not good for him. Bear moves in. Got the Radiance. Oh, wow. Procs and Entangle, and Viper is just going to die. Wow. Really? Actually, you know what? I retract my previous statement. The Blink Dagger is awesome on Bane. Sure, it's a little niche, and maybe it's a little expensive, but if you really just need Bane to blink in and grip, then that's pretty good, because, I mean, you could get disrupted, I guess, by the Shadow Demon, or Familiar Stunned, or Battery Assaulted, or / Hook Shrouded by Clockwork, but if none of those happen, then you're going to get a free. Wow, Shadow Demon's going to die almost instantly there. X marks the spot, being really tricky, along with the Torrent, and the Familiars are going to die. Clockwork, another Rocket. Just trying to get Scouting Vision / Rest as Visage. Visage does not have the birds back for 30 seconds. The Bear is here. The boat is here. I'm not sure entirely why Kunkka used that boat. It's a little bit of an overkill to get the creep wave down. Mech is going to get popped. The Bear is going to get hit by Viper. Kunkka slowed. Ooh, big bursty Soul Assumption from Visage. Dust applied, and Kunkka is going to go down, but he has the Aegis, so Spectre's running into the base. So is Viper. Soul Assumption. Not going to kill the Bear. Bear is going to die. Viper is going to get defensively disrupted, but Marana is going to kill Visage over here. Now they're going to go to work on the Rax. Kunkka's still alive, of course, and he's going on the Shadow Demon, and kaboom. Shadow Demon goes down again, dominating for him. And Clockwork again, more rocket scouting, but it's not going to be enough. Marana's going to let an arrow fly, and oh, that's barely going to miss. 2 lanes of Rax down for Dire. Marana is going to try to leap away from Spectre, whose Dispersion is doing a lot of damage. Viper's here as well. Clockwork too, they're trying to go on Lone Druid. Boat, going to hit Viper. Clockwork has trapped the Bear in, but Clockwork died to the Bear. Viper on the run. Stuns by the Familiars. Visage is going to die. Viper's in the fountain right now. We'll see if anything occurs because of it. And the base is going to explode, and we're going to have a Radiant victory. So that's the end of that game. I'm going to disconnect, and we'll try to find another one to cast.